Hey, you there. Just wanted to let you know you are now listening to the AK Mindset Podcast.
Yo, what's good, people? Back with the AKWatch JJK. I know that it's been a week since episode has been up on the platform in regards to Jujutsu Kaisen and the AKWatch, but we're back. Sometimes life gets busy, but we're excited to talk briefly about episode 15, and then we're going to jump into episode 16. As always, formalities. You can find us on socials on Instagram at .ak_mindset as seen on screen, and on Twitter or X at the AK Mindset. So with me today, the usual, the gang, the squad, the people. What's good? How's it going?
Yo, we're back together again for the AKWatch, and yeah, like Rochelle said, it's been a while, but we're excited to talk to JJK as always. In the past 2 episodes, I cannot wait to speak about it.
Yeah, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to the AKWatch. Kind of a double special, but yeah, 2 amazing episodes back to back. Gonna briefly speak on 15 before we get into the cinematic movie, which was 16. So yeah, hope you enjoy.
Word.
Yeah, man. So jumping into episode 15 and the crazy antics of that episode following episode 14 when we saw Toji jump into Daigon's domain. And bro, when he jumped in, he was on all the smoke, in initiating battle against the strongest person he could find immediately, which was Daigon, and completely overwhelming him with his immense speed, strength, just tenacity. What did you, man, think of, just his feat of strength, even though it seems that to some extent, I'm not sure if the curse, if he's able to even use all of his true capacity in his restricted form, being in a body that's not his.
What? Who had the restricted form? Are you talking about Dagon or Toji?
I'm just saying Toji might not even be the best version of Toji, because he's in a body that's not in his.
Well, I mean, technically he overwrit the person's body, so I mean, it is his body now because he took over. But I think I can understand what you mean, as in it's not. I mean, obviously he's just staying there, but I mean, yeah, he put up a good performance. To be fair, because he didn't have to deal with the guaranteed hit, that was a big factor in why he was able to do what he did to the Dagon. But that doesn't still take away what a monster that he is, running on water, just with the curse tool. Playful Cloud just putting a very strong beating on him, and he couldn't even compete. And I think it also highlights how just how powerful physical prowess can be, and you don't always have to need a fancy technique. But obviously he's the exception, not the rule. So yeah.
What about you, Ed?
Yeah, man, Toji, bro. He was crazy, but like Daniel said, the gun had a kind of restriction himself because of Megumi. He might not get the shine he deserves, but him being there and kind of basically stopping the short hit from Dagon helped a lot. But at the same time, Toji was going crazy, bro. And it seemed like he was just enjoying himself as well. It was just smooth, running on water. Just yeah, it was crazy. Toji is him, and every time he's on screen, he kind of controls that scene automatically. So yeah, Toji's going crazy, and it was almost too easy for him.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely love how freeing his fighting style seems to be, how fluid and relaxed, and it seems like he's truly kind of enjoying himself. And the guy at the other end of that, Dagon, was not enjoying himself at all, and he was put to rest, put to sleep for eternity, or wherever these curses go after they're done. you see Jogo kind of mourn his depth, and that also continues to kind of speak volumes to the depth cursed spirits have. We've always kind of discussed that, but you know, we have to talk about Nanami, Maki, and Naobito getting clapped up, even though they were heavily injured, and it was kind of unfair. But you know, it's sad to see, you know, how unfair reality can be.
I mean, fighting 2 back-to-back special grade curse spirits is crazy. So, but I don't know. Jiga just seemed like on a different level, to be fair, because it was just almost like 1, 2, 3 done. It was crazy. It was a bit shocking when I read it the first time, and experiencing that again, was like, it really was that easy. He's a different level, and even the community went into like a massive discussion. It was kind of healthy, to be fair. I didn't see it being too toxic about if Toji was still there, what would have happened. Was Toji able to get take on Jugo? But I don't know. But Jugo was just easy, and obviously I think it was full of rage as well. So it was crazy. But Naobito did really well as well. He was a highlight before Toji came in, and you know, he did more than both Nanami and Maki. But yeah, it was just still easy for Jigo to just kind of one tap them.
Yeah, man, for sure, man.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forgot that Jogo is very strong because of who he fought beforehand, and I think this episode just reminded people that he is special grade for a reason. And I think the deadly thing about him is because he's got fire powers and he's so fast, like they couldn't even react to his speed. It was, by the time he even noticed he was there, he's already on fire. So yeah, very unfortunate for Nanami and Maki. Naobito, they didn't add this into the episode, but he was nerfed since the fight with Dagon because he lost his arm, and they said that because he doesn't have his other arm, he's basically, I guess he lost half of his speed because his technique is based on using his hands. So he wasn't able to move at his full capability because he is the second fastest sorcerer behind the obvious candidate Satoru Gojo. But yeah, I mean, I guess he just has to hold that, and I don't know if Toji would have. I think Toji probably would have beaten him. I'm not too sure because I mean, that's just hypotheticals, but we don't know how they would have interacted. But yeah, it's peak for them still.
Yeah. I would love to see that though, to be fair. Toji, I don't really care too much who wins, even though I put my money more on Toji than Jugo, but I would love to see that fight because it's going to be a lot more crazier, because obviously dealing with fire is a lot more dangerous than like the water that Dagon brought up. But yeah, it will be a fun fight to have experienced, but obviously it didn't go that way. And yeah,
it would have been cool just for the vibes. Moving on kind of swiftly, we see Sukana's presence and strength growing. Yuji is force-fed 10 more fingers. Kind of crazy how you could be unconscious and people just dashing stuff down your throat. That's so wild. You know what I mean? But now he has 15 in him, and because obviously the frequency in which he's fed, his body can't really adjust quickly enough. Just Sukana, what kind of stood out to me is just, especially when he came back fully into functionality, like he doesn't care about anybody's plan. He's doing whatever he thinks is right, or not even right, whatever he wants to do, he's gonna do. Like, and he's somebody that I feel like people, like, they needed to really, really deep it and understand. Maybe, you know, let's not try and resurrect this you, because you resurrect him and he kills you. Like, what else? But yeah, what do you man think about Sukana's like appearance and how menacing he's been?
I mean, he's on a different level, definitely, and just I think I understand Jugo bringing him back, and you know, because of what he wants, it makes a lot more sense for him. But the girls was like, you know what, we're bringing you back so you can take care of. I was like, what makes you think the King of Curses is going to listen to your request? Is what I always thought in my head. And you know, people feel like they felt bad because they died. I have felt nothing, quite honestly. I did not care about those girls. But yeah, it's Sakuna, man. He's the aura around him is different. It's just terrifying when he comes around for everyone, and everyone feels it in the air that something dangerous is here now. So, I mean, it's just different. You could tell that him and Gojo are kind of on a different level of like how people react to them, the presence. So, yeah, obviously when it comes, craziness comes with him, and my God, did we experience craziness?
Yeah, I think what they did a good job in the anime is translating the presence, the aura that comes with gravitas, even that comes with Sukuna from the moment he awakens. Like he's just like he's like, take your hand off me, and you can immediately have this sinister feeling in the air. Everyone is feeling the pressure that he's commanding, and even though he feels really casual about it, you can tell this guy is just evil incarnate. So you just can't believe in him, trust him. And I saw people a couple of weeks ago saying that Yuji needs to call for Sukuna, and I hope people need to stop saying that. It was like the guy he's evil. Like he's not here to help him. Like he's evil, man. Killed those girls, no remorse. I mean, I don't know what they for. Like, oh yeah, he's gonna help me. I'm like, no, he's evil. Like he doesn't care. But yeah, that guy. He's the problem, and now he's out on the loose. I feel bad for the people of Shibuya because yeah, the life is expired.
Yeah, it's over. That's it. Just sit one place and wait for him to come to you. And what kind of piggyback on what you said, I think most people forget that he not also does he not like want to help Yuji. He really doesn't care about him. He's in that body not by choice. Like you said, I want to save one person. I care about one person, and everyone knows who the person is, or you should know who the person is. He does not care about Yuji. If Yuji dies, he would not think twice. So I don't know if it's like, oh, Yuji should call it on. No, he doesn't care about Yuji. He doesn't care about helping him. Yuji is almost irrelevant to him, and it's just there because I was forced into this body. And people forget that a lot.
Yeah, man. I feel sorry for the people, like Dan said, like the streets aren't safe. You man just need to, just need to start praying and hoping for the best. Because the best, it's never going to happen. But episode 15, guys, what did you think about it overall? The quality, were you entertained? Anything that stood out for you? Let us know.
Overall, good episode. Fantastic showing of what Toji is capable of, and I think that was one of my favorite chapters. So just to see it in motion is always fun to see, and then also just the start of the Sukuna terrorism is also fun to see as well. So good episode.
Yeah, it was a wonderful episode. I think the animators took offense to what people were saying for the past episode of like, they messed this up, they did this, man, just complaining. It's like, you know what? We're going to give you this episode, and the next episode we're going to talk about back-to-back greatness. So I think it's well done. It was masterful, and yeah, man, it was a fun watch, and it was enjoyable, and yeah, a bit sad as well because I love an anime, I love Maki, and it seems to have been one shot. So yeah, on to the even better episode, in my opinion, episode 16.
Yeah, man. If you want to take it away, Dan, let us know.
Sure. So, before we start talking about what happened, I wanted to talk about just the presentation in terms of like how it looked, and then the music that was used. Because I think this episode set itself apart, probably for me, best episode of the whole season, which is kind of crazy with how many good episodes there've been. I just wanted to ask your guys' thoughts on how, what did you think about how the episode was directed, the way scenes were put together, and if there was anything that stood out to you that made this episode, so good. So I'll go to Rajel first.
This episode, structure-wise, I was kind of really impressed with kind of like some of the juxtaposition between showing one person with immense strength and somebody else with trying their best. So whether that was Sukuna and the Jogo fire, or whether that was Megumi and Toji, that switching between, you could just see the effortless of somebody who is like immense and just in so much control of the situation. Whatever you put out, they are not flustered or overwhelmed by anything that is happening, and they know that they could end the present situation whenever they want, and they kind of have a freedom in their fighting, and kind of like a weird sinister kind of joy. Like their smile is never like a joyous kind of happy smile. It's a sinister, like, oh my, like, you know, understanding that I am beyond you. And that was seen a lot in this episode on like two different ends. In regards to kind of like the music and just the transition scene, especially through the streets of Shibuya, that was beautifully done. I love like the darker tones that was used. I think it just kind of, you know, brought significant attention to the character moments, in regards to you're not really concentrating on anything that's happening in the background, but everything was like that whatever dynamic colors or the flames that were happening or revolve around the characters and their abilities. That was done extremely well and very impressive, because they kind of immersed you in what was happening, you know, in regards to like choreography and the fighting stuff. So you're never distracted. Like I felt like throughout the episode, whatever was happening between characters, I was never distracted. In regards to the music, I just think it had a way of like uplifting every kind of scene, stuff like that. So, you know, I really enjoyed this episode as a whole in regards to those like aspects of it.
Yeah, that was some good points. I liked what you talked about the juxtaposition, because that's something I didn't actually notice. I think that's a good point to make, especially because of the two fights and because they were in different chapters as well. That's something you have to give credit to the directors, to how they blended their two episodes together, to not put those, to mix those events and not make it seem like to make them kind of seamlessly merged together. But Ed, what about you? What did you think of this episode? What did you think about the presentation? Or what was something that you took from it in terms of like how it looked and the organization?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. It was really good. You know that meme that says like absolute. That was this episode for me, because it was just insane. And I think you said it before. It seemed like a movie. I think the camera work, everything, the sound, I was just in awe, kind of experiencing everything. Then the thing that stood out to me, I think, was just the craziness, or that's not even the right word, like the immenseness of Jugo's power. Because I think in the manga, it didn't translate well to me compared to how much it did in the anime. Like, he is insane. He is absolutely crazy. Like, he deserves his respect, because, you know, he seems to be like one of the almost laughingstock of the top tiers, and that's just because of how he was being treated by the other top tiers. You know, he's fought Sakuna, he's fought Gojo, so, you know, it's like, oh, he got beaten twice, he got almost like manhandled. But he is insane. If he was fighting anyone else except from those two people, I don't see how they kind of survive almost. Like, he is crazy, and just how grandiose the whole fight seemed. It was just impressive. There were little things like, you know, Sakuna, like, no, if anybody moves, I'm ending you. There's like, until I say you move, don't move. I know the little clap, I know just that scene and everyone running away. It was just, you could tell like they put effort into this episode, and it was just beautiful, and he exceeded all my expectations. Even like what Rochelle said, with the two fights going on at the same time, you can see like the struggle that other people are going through, which is weird for, you know, someone like a cursed spirit, the special grade, struggling at the same time as Megami. It's a lot more believable. But it was insane. It was insane how good this episode was. That's all I can say, really. It was amazing. And for the music, it seemed like a full-on movie. And like when it ended, I was like, why is it ended? No, I need more. Then, you know, the emotional beats as well, you know. It took you through like, oh, this is exciting, this is action. Then at the end, when the completion of both fights, it's like, oh my god, it hit you in the feels as well. So it was beautiful. And I think the juxtaposition is a really good point from Rigel as well, because even in the end of the fight, you can feel the emotional beat between Megumi and Toji, and same thing with like, you know, Sakuna and Jugo. So it was beautiful. It was good.
Yep, I could sign all of those points. But getting into the episode now, the first thing I think we should dive into is the Toji and Megumi fight, because in the manga, this chapter for me was just okay, but in the anime they've exceeded what was in the manga tenfold, in my opinion. They added some scenes which I don't believe were present in the source material. I love the way they just really emphasize the desperation of Megumi, because Toji is just he's just crazy. So you have Megumi, he's using the rabbit escape to try and escape this monster, but the speed of Toji is too much. He's even trying to throw hands. Toji's blocking him with one hand. One scene I liked was when the rabbit tried to throw hands with Toji, he did a little spin kick. I was just like, yeah, these guys are doing a lot right now. And then before I hand it off to you guys, the last thing is when he did the stamp and then he just started using the debris to take out all the rabbits. I mean, I was just like, this might have been in the manga, but I did not see this. So like, I feel like they took a chapter that I didn't really care about and they made it something I cared about. So yeah, what did you guys think about the whole Toji versus Megumi encounter?
Nah, it was too good, man. It was amazing. It elevated that manga like chapter so much. I mean, Toji is is like prime Ronaldo, prime Messi. He just does it effortlessly. It's almost like he's not trying. Like I'll see him when he stamps the phone, he's just poking it. It seems like he's not even using the effort. He's just like touching it, and just it was too good. Then I think I was even more impressed with Megumi this episode, because Toji was going for the kill, and Megumi is surviving. Like you just saw what he did to a special grade in his own domain, and Megumi surviving. I mean, he didn't do much too, like when it comes to like offense, but he was surviving. He wasn't dying. And Megumi, he's a special kid, man, because normally, even when we go back to what happened with Gojo, like in the flashback, I was so surprised Megumi did this well and lasted this long before he even realized, like, oh wait, I'm fighting my son, which was kind of fun. It's like, why did it take you that long to notice it? But because it seemed like he was just on like, you know what? I need to fight someone. I need to find someone that's strong. Defeat you, look for someone else that's strong. But the fact that Megumi survived that for that long, and he was doing his own thing, and all the Shigami that kind of saving him, the frog, pull him out of the dangerous situations, everything, and even the plan, the strategy when it comes to like, I'm gonna set off the sprinklers, then I'm gonna come with electricity. Megumi was balling, but I think he might just get overwhelmed by how much Toji was just going off. And yeah, it was an amazing fight. It was an amazing fight.
Yeah, man, I have to agree. Some classic father and son bonding moments we saw today.
Classic.
Yeah. Very, very healthy relationships for sure. Yeah, we can all draw inspiration from this. I'm sure there's something to learn. But in regards to the fight, I think the word that Dan said was like the desperation. That's what I could just 100% like feel, and it was clear that that's what they were kind of going for in regards to Megumi, because like even when, like you said, he was throwing the hands, it wasn't like I have to throw hands or like I'm just gonna throw hands. It was like I need to throw hands, if not I'm gonna die right now. Like it was desperate. It was like I'm throwing hands, but I'm also trying to run if there's any opportunity, and that was just immense and crazy. And just to see the difference in ability in regards to like speed, power, and stuff like that, the scope, like there's so much more that Megumi kind of needs to build up to be able to fight on that level. But seeing that he's kind of competent in regards to his ability that he can survive and put some sort of resistance so that he's not immediately, just taken off the face of the planet, is very impressive, like Ed said. But so I did read a comment that Toji wasn't trying to pay child support, so as soon as he realized that was his son, he had to skedaddle. But yeah, man, it's cool. I think it speaks to the special bond between a parent and their child, and that, like, on immediate realization that somebody in front of you is like part of you and you were part of creating that, and now you've seen the position they're in, like the goal that he was overwhelmed and consumed with in regards to just going and fighting the strongest person like available is completely dismissed. He doesn't care. It's not important. And then, he says, it's kind of like he's fully letting go and saying, you know what, my time's actually over. My time's actually been done. I'm finished. So yeah, it was cool, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think because the conclusion of the fight is it's a funny one because it's something that kind of had to happen because Megumi had no way of beating Toji, but because it seems like Toji has this affection for his child, which is strange from his actions, but he seems like someone who wanted better for his children. He wanted them to have a better experience than he did in the house, so he kind of held out hope that if he had the technique, then at least he'd be treated better. But then I felt like he always knew that even if they were in that house, they wouldn't really be able to be comfortable, so that's why he even made that deal. So I guess when he saw Megumi say that his name was Fushiguro instead of Zenin, I think that gave him like that last bit of joy to know that he had grown up in a better environment. I do wish that we got to see a bit of his relationship with the mother, but it's not necessary per se, but it would have been nice. But I think the fight did conclude well, and it gave us a nice moment before that bomb Haruta ruined it with the backslash.
Oh my god!
More on him later.
Oh my god! He's it's like, well, a couple episodes like, give him his credit. Run that man, bro. He's so jarring. I forgot how annoying he is. But even before that, I think, or a little bit of that actually, I would have loved to see if Megumi eventually gets to a point when he brings out, who he brings out when he's pushed to the corner. I'm surprised he took him that long, to be fair, because I thought it was like, the meme in the community is like when Fushiguro is like pushed to the corner.
Oh yes.
He just brings out Maharaga. So I thought he was going to bring out, and obviously I'd love to see that kind of battle between Toji and that crazy kind of last ditch effort that Megumi brings out. So that would be interesting to see. But Toji's like, you know what? I'm happy that you took that name instead of Zenin, and until someone else had to come ruin everything.
Fair. So we move on. We see Panda and the bum teacher. The bum teacher is
funny, bro.
misleading Panda. So instead of doing his job, he's actually delaying. So he gets no respect from me. I'm not saying his name. But yeah, they run into some of the guys who are in Ghetto's group, and I think one of the things that I found interesting in this scene was just the split in views between the two adults and then the two girls who Ghetto picked up, where they wanted to make sure that Ghetto's body was like not being disrespected and he could actually rest in peace, whereas the other ones were more concerned with carrying out his will, and they didn't mind that his body was being taken over because it would have led to the goal that he was trying to pursue. So I think that was a nice, interesting clashing ideals. And then you had the middleman who said he wasn't going to take any sides. But yeah, that was probably the main takeaway in that scene, besides the teacher being a waste man. Yeah, he's a loser, man.
He definitely is a loser. You know, it reminds me of a little bit of Usopp. I feel like Usopp would do the exact same thing in that situation. He's like, you know what? He's like, he's being honest. To be fair, he's like, I am scared. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't think I had a choice. To be fair, it's like, you know what? Everyone has to go and help. But I was laughing throughout the whole thing because like, how are you just? And Panda is so dumb as well because it's like just following him blindly. But it's just like, yeah, he's. I can't believe that's a teacher or someone that's supposed to lead the young sorcerers. It's embarrassing almost, but at the same time, I thought that was a bit of comedy. Then yeah, the group with Ghetto. I think it was just like, you know what? The girls basically saw him as a father figure, you know, so they only really cared about him rather than his ideals as much. Like obviously, if someone's like just parading his body up and down, then they care about that a lot and see it's disrespectful. Obviously, that's where I had to go to like all the way to going to like beg a demon for help. But I understand that kind of point of view of like, you know what, we can't stand just seeing like a evil mastermind just puppet like someone who we hold so dear to our heart. And obviously other people who don't read that they didn't have that kind of connection, but obviously they related to the ideals of Ghetto instead. So like, what does it matter? Like if it was here or wasn't here, we're still like going up to that end goal anyway, so it really doesn't matter in that sense. Then the middle guy is like, you know what, we're a family, you know, family. This is Fast and Furious JJK version, you know, we don't care about this stuff. But yeah, it was an interesting kind of view of how that group kind of operates. So yeah,
I definitely agree with that. I think my take was just like, you see the impact that a leader can have, like a clear, strong leader enables a group of people with different ideals to, you know, be a strong collective moving towards a singular goal. But as soon as that is kind of disbanded and they don't have that sole focus, everybody in turns is trying to interpret what they view is the goal or how they view they should reach it. And obviously they're going to have their disagreements like you've seen, which is just like, it happens all the time. But it's just cool to see how that has kind of played its part in their group, and if you know, are they really truly fulfilling his goal in the end, or is this their interpretation of the goal and what they think, or their version of the goal? Because it could differ. And in regards to the girls, definitely they have the best interest of Ghetto in mind in regards to, you know, his time is done, but he deserves to have some sort of respect and laid to rest. And you can see that they also respected, you know, Ghetto's relationships with other people, so like with Gojo and stuff like that. Whereas probably some of the other groups might not respect that. Depends what kind of viewpoint you're from. But yeah, man, Panda being wholesome and cute as per usual, but he needs to, you know, increase the wavelengths in his brain, because you can't just be walking around thinking they're doing something. And that teacher, bro, like he said, I'm not trying, but I'm trying. He said, he's trying. He said, I'm trying not to try. I've never seen somebody try not to try. It's crazy.
Right, he's a bum, bro. He's an actual bum. It's funny, but Panda was right. He was a bum. But at the same time, I can't believe Panda believed that excuse. Like, what if there's a middle school girl just covering it? What? Why? Of all the... Why? I was just like, Panda, come on, bro. This is like an obvious boy just to waste time, but hey, I guess he's there for merchandise instead of the brain.
That is rude. That's so rude. Oh my days.
Okay. Yeah. So now we get to move on to the main event. Sukuna bullying Jogo for about 15 minutes. It was brutal. It was very discouraging if you're a fan of Jogo. And it was really Sukuna just you know, having fun, playing around. Very disrespectful, hands in his pockets, you know, putting his hand in his head, throwing him around. And I guess I wanted to touch on what Ed said. This really did highlight how much power Jogo had, and then it also kind of shows you how much weaker the rest of the people that are on our side, because he just tapped them, and then he basically finished them in one blow.
Yeah,
but
that's so true.
he's melting like the district of Shibuya, bringing down meteors, like, and Sukuna is just like, he's still casual, he's not even trying, and it's very scary. And then he's evil, he's just very evil. Before I hand it off, I just wanted to talk about that scene when the meteor's coming down, they're talking, he's saying, let's run away. Man said, no, you can't run away until I say go. I'm just like, kill me, man. I don't know, that fear is crazy, and he's just treating everything as a game. And I don't know, I already have one life, I can't heal myself like them. So if he said that to me, I'd just let him kill me, because that's just...
At this point.
Same.
At this point, that's a great point. Because what do you want me to do? I run away and don't listen to you and like have a quick death, or I put so much effort in running away and get melted away anyway? You know, just end my life now, bro. This is too much.
He's a bully.
He was smiling. The smile on his face, like, hey, wait, not yet. No, he's actually bully. He was having fun. But yeah, man, I didn't really, you know what you said about how weak the people on our side are, really, like how the disparity of the strength. Because I always felt like, was a bit tunnel vision when I was seeing the fight between Jugo and Sakuna, but really and truly, we just saw Jugo just one tap everyone basically, and he's struggling. He's putting more power, 10 times what he did to put on our side, and he's still struggling. We need Gojo. Without Gojo, we are trash. Oh my goodness. We are actually trash. Every impressive feat of people are from the other side. Toji has no affiliation with anyone. Geto, dead. The person in Geto's body doesn't want to be on our side. Mei, a predator. Like, what? Who do we have? Who do we have on our side that is just good and can...
We have friendship.
Yeah.
You have no one.
You can't even have friendships, bro. Friendship is dead, like most people. It's not there anymore. So yeah, but like I said before, Jugo he was impressive. I think the anime showed me how impressive he was. He was basically just like melting everything. Mewtwo like acting like prime Madara. It was crazy. And Sakuna was just giggling throughout the whole thing. Like, oh my god, it's been so long, I haven't had fun like this. And it's like, what? I'm fighting for my life. I'm fighting for my life. What do you mean? Smiling, laughing, you know? Then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, guess what? I can do what you do as well. Sakuna is the last person I want to fight. Not just because of like, it would defeat me easily. It's just like, he almost mocks you in the fight. And it's just happening at times. Like, what's the point? What's the point?
Gambare. What do you mean Gambare?
Don't Gambare me, bro. Yeah, Sakuna he's a problem, bro. And I think it's just for our main antagonist, it's a bit of fresh air a little bit, but he's also, I can't imagine how frustrating people will be just fighting against him, because it's just overwhelming. Like, he's literally, him and Gojo would be friends, I feel, if they were not opposite side, because Gojo does the same thing, laughs at you, smirks, and saying, oh, really, you can do that? He's literally Gojo, but more evil.
Bro, it's a power level thing. When you reach that level of power level, like, everything is a vibes. Everything is a vibes. It's enjoyment. You don't even care. Oh my.
Because Gojo was dry humping people's hands before he broke them. Romancing someone's hand, doing the light skin face before he breaks your arm. Then Sakuna is just a hands in pocket giggling as he's beating you. Just about the same thing. Once you get to that level, you just make fun of people and you're fighting them. But yeah, Sakuna is just rude and disrespectful. Just slice and dice me. Make it easy.
Yeah, it definitely feels like he not only wants to kind of defeat you, but he kind of wants to break you mentally and, you know, make you lose your hope, your purpose. Like, he wants to everything that makes you up as the person or the curse you are, he wants to take it all away from you and show you that it's worthless in front of him, like, which is one of the most evil things, because he takes like pleasure in doing that. That's why he's elongating these fights and stuff like that, and having these conversations with them, just to, you know, just to make them ask or question themselves and question the life they've lived and stuff like that. Bro, man, he's a full menace. In regards to the fight, the battle scenes, yeah, just like we both articulated well, like the scale, the scope between them, as we've seen, it was like a good build up to this fight as well, because we see Jogo and how strong he is, and now we see this guy being slapped up like this. We're like, what? Like, is this real? Is this reality? Is this, you can't build somebody up and on the same day just take away everything you built away from us? That's crazy. But yeah, man, that this guy, he just, like I said, whoever thought that it's a good idea to try and revive him, they are stupid. Jogo, you are stupid. This L is on you. Like, you can't even complain. You have to just die happy, because this is what you actually wanted. You wanted to die, because as soon as you resurrected him, the only thing that was certain was death for everybody. But yeah, man.
Yeah. I don't even think he cared that much, you know. I think he was like, you know what, we're gonna get, like, he's gonna help us get to our aim, basically. I think he really thought, it's like, you know what, if you touch me once, I'll do anything you want me to do. He's like, oh, word. Are you true to your word? So he kind of like saw kind of Jugo's kind of personality. He's like, are you true to your word? Are you gonna do it? Are you gonna live up to what you're gonna say? If you are, then fine, I'll entertain you. But I didn't really understand the kind of massive gap between him and Sakuna. And it's funny. I saw someone say, like, they described it as like, you know, you expect, his Jugo's like that one friend, you thought, he can fight, bro. He has arms. His arms out when he fights. Then, you know, he goes to fight someone else and it gets destroyed, and it comes back like, oh, damn, I didn't expect it to get bullied that much. And is a person we see that can fight so much, and he got bullied by somebody else. It was odd, especially we see what he can do. Even when he was fighting against Gojo, I think you could tell he's strong, and Gojo was just like almost like having fun, and like, and it was a lot more tame. But Jogo here was going crazy, because I think he had something to fight for, and still it was like almost pointless. And I think that pointlessness hit him a lot.
Yeah, I agree. But coming to the close, you have that final scene after he gets bodied by his own specialty fire. I thought that was quite an emotional, touching scene. You know, he's looking with Hanami, Dagon, hypes up Mahito, because he's I guess because he's based on humans, he has the potential to be the strongest curse. That's why they kind of groomed him and put him into that position. And then you know, he kind of ends off talking about we're the true humans, and then Sakuna tells him he's strong after kind of going on a little speech. And I think what was interesting is you don't really see Sakuna talk it for long, so getting a bit of insight into his philosophy, how he thinks, what his opinions are on certain topics was good to hear. And then he ends off giving Jogo his respect, and he actually cries, which is a human emotion. So maybe he was right, he is a true human. But yeah, what did you think of that last scene before we close off?
Yeah, man, it was sweet. It was oddly sweet. It's more of like, you know what? And I think apart from like the emotional beats of like Sakuna telling Jugo he was strong, I think the most like interesting bit was like just seeing Sakuna's point of view. It's like, well, just do you, bro. Don't care about any kind of rules, just do you. What do you want to do? Forget about like, I want to be a real human. Just take control of everything and just be strong enough to do that. And you can also see like Jugo's kind of point of view. It's like, you know what? We are the real humans, you know. We wanna, and he was like how Sakuna was like fast enough, like, oh, I see what you mean. Like, you wanna be as free as the humans, like in the world, have like that kind of right. But it was sweet when it's like, you know what, you are strong though. And even Jig was like surprised, like he was crying, like, what is this? Why am I getting emotional for this? And yeah, I see now why Jigo has fans, because before it's like, why does he have fans? He gets bullied every time, but you know, it was a great character, and it's sad to see him go. And you know, no more funny bits anymore with him being a football. So rest in peace, the best football we've ever seen in JJK.
Yeah, man. I would say that we're kind of in a privileged position. We get the perspective of really in-depth kind of insight on both sides in regards to the angle that the sorcerers see things from what viewpoint they see things, and obviously some curses and their different perspectives. So obviously like Jugo like trying to, you know, pursue the idea of the significance of their own humanity, and every time definitely he's been the most kind of impressive with his ideals and his philosophy, and it's been very engaging throughout the season, and especially this episode, especially at the end, because obviously his dream very prominent, big picture, willing to sacrifice himself towards that. There's nothing that's more compelling than somebody, or there's nothing even more human than the pursuit of a dream, you know, and the kind of emotions and the drive, and obviously the reuniting with Hanami and Dagun, that kind of family aspect. There's nothing more human than wanting better for the people that surround you, and feeling those desires, innate desires that, you know, swell up into moments where, you know, you're brought to tears, and I just thought it was very beautiful, very touching, very very human, and a good ending to his story. And you know what, like, even though what he wanted is not bringing about the best context for the world, what is more human than people trying to bring stuff forward into a world that is not best for the world? So yeah, man, I took a lot from his journey in regards to just, you know, how interesting he made the story.
Facts. That's a good point. So yeah, that was pretty much the episode. You got Sukuna. He found his boy Arame, and he was looking gas. It's like, oh, right, is that you? Yeah, Arame.
Daniel, that's you?
Is that my boy? My brother.
I saw so many moves. Daniel, that's you? The first time I saw actual glee in Sakuna's face, like, oh my god, my man, how you doing, G?
It's been a hot minute.
Brother.
It's like, you have to be careful how you roll up a man, because I just thought you were a random op. I could have killed you.
Yeah. Literally. Those jokes.
Yeah, so those two probably gonna get up to some devious activities, you know. That's a deadly duo. And then we got that waste man, Haruto. He looks like he's on the ropes. He's taking a little cat nap, and then there's another monstrosity on the loose that we'll see next week. But you know, all I can say is hold that, Haruto. That's what you get for sneaking, Dons. You loser.
Okay. This is my speed. This is what I like. You pussy. He deserves a brutal death, man. He was just God.
It's coming for him still. It's coming for him. He has to just wait on it.
Yeah, so I guess you want to give your final thoughts on the episode, and we will evaporate.
Yeah, man. Episode 16 of all. I think this is probably one of my favorite episodes of the season. Engaging throughout a lot. They did very well how seamless like they made the episode, even though there was kind of a lot going on. But it didn't feel overwhelming. It was still able to hit on those emotional beats. Still able to have engaging character moments. and still just able to give that kind of special quality that JJK has always provided. So yeah, another good, elite, well put together episode.
So I figured out I was like 3 episodes behind, so I binged like 14, 15, 16. And I feel anyone who's not watched this season and like stays spoiler free and starts from the episode 1 to the end, my goodness, you're eating good. I think that because that's like basically an hour, over an hour actually. And I was just like more. It was so good. And 16 like was almost like the climax of it. It's like, my goodness, it's like a good story ending, waiting for part 2. You will see Sakuna on your screen soon. The classic Marvel, like Sakuna will be back. That's what it felt like, and it was great. And I'm glad that this was the climax of my little binge. And yeah, episode 16 was good. The emotional beats between Toji and Megumi was good, and between Sakuna and Jugo as well, it was great. And yay, funny enough, there's more to come. There is more to come. So what a season, man! What a season! And episode 16 is a highlight of the season, and there's more to come still.
Yes, sir. Another banger, one might say. But yeah, that was the AKWatch double special. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends and your enemies. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Deuces.